Alright everybody, doing something a little bit different for our unboxing today. Today on deck we have the Hyperkin X91 Ice Edition in green from Hyperkin, but this is a 90s styled Xbox Series X and S controller, and I figured it could be cool to look at for Xbox Retroarch usage. So, Hyperkin set this out, we're going to unbox it, we're going to do a full review on this one, but today it's just unboxing it, getting some first impressions here, just seeing how it feels. So, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of mixed on how this one might turn out. Like, I don't really have that high of expectations, even though Hyperkin controllers have typically been pretty solid. Like, I love their Duke iteration, I love their Cadet controllers, but the Admiral was a little uncomfortable to me personally. A lot of people don't feel the same way about that one, but it's gonna be interesting to check this one out. So we're just gonna go ahead and dive in. Please pardon me, I'm still a little bit sick here, so we're just kind of taking it easy, just relaxing, kicking back in the chair today. I'm not trying to impress any of you, we're just here to get things done, so there we go. But anyway, so box opens nice and easily. I got it cut open, it had a little security tape on there, but hello. Got attacked by a Hyperkin sticker there. There we go, cool. What else we got in there before we dive in? So, thank you for your purchase from Hyperkin. Play well there. And then a quick start guide. Alright, cool. Anyway, controller is housed in this little plastic thingy. And that's actually a bit smaller than I was expecting it to be. That's kind of cool. So, there it is. That is the X91 Ice Edition in green. It's very glossy on top with the black buttons and the Xbox button. That's pretty cool. D-pad's glossy. Thumbsticks actually feel really nice. They're a lot bigger than I was expecting, like a lot taller than I was expecting. Bottom has the glossy black too, as well as a headset port. Buttons have a nice flat top on them. That's kind of cool. Start back, share button, and then of course the D-pad. And then right bumper, right trigger, left trigger. Those actually are real triggers from the feel of them. That's pretty cool. Was not expecting to get analog triggers out of this. So we'll have to put that to the test, but it is definitely an interesting controller. So the grips on it are kind of blocked by the triggers themselves, at least for my hands, so it kind of forces you into this interesting groove here. Not terrible, mind you, but it's interesting. Take a bit getting used to. But yeah, the default resting place for your fingers are going to be up on the bumpers, and then the triggers are just kind of out here in no man's land. So this is going to definitely be a controller that is more in line with using it for retro compilations, which is kind of why people would be looking for it. But that's a bit of a travel distance to get your hands down to these triggers if you aren't going to be doing some sort of claw maneuver. So that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out in games. I thought on the front of the box when I saw the picture that the D-pad was going to be a bit more annoying to get your finger over to, but that's not too terrible. For this style of controller, I definitely probably would have preferred them to be swapped, even though I'm not a big fan of symmetrical thumbsticks. For a retro-themed controller, having the D-pad up top would definitely be ideal. But, I don't know. Pretty interesting. Love the matte finish of the controller. The green is nice and pretty. The offsetting glossy black looks nice. It's going to be a fingerprint magnet, but like it does look really nice. Like, this is a nice looking controller. But we'll have to see how it handles. Like, these thumbsticks, they do feel good. They do feel really good. I like that they feel taller than what I was expecting. Like, that's going to give you a bit more precision in them. The wire is attached internally, unfortunately, so it's not a micro USB, so this is not going to be a replaceable cord. But it does have a breakaway cable on it, so that way you don't have to worry about it damaging anything, so that's cool. And then, of course, USB at the end to plug into your Xbox. So, not gonna lie, first impressions are pretty good. Few interesting tidbits here, especially with these triggers, but let's test it out in a game and see what happens. Alright, so I went ahead and loaded up Mega Man X2 on Retroarch for Xbox Series X here, so we're just doing that real quick. So X2. Let's see how this handles real quick. And of course all my friggin' retro achievement stuff's popping up. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Fast forwarded myself to death. That was unintentional there. Gotta love it. Hotkeys work. Alright. Alright, so far, really good. Yeah, that is absolutely flawless as for muscle memory for X2 there. That is great. So this button, right bumper, is responding very well. I love that. It's a very solid click. It is very responsive. These face buttons are also responding very well. They're maybe a tad mushy, but not anything terrible. We'll need to try some button spamming with them in a little bit. But, like, this is working out really well. Whoops. So much for damage list. Oh, well. Yeah, that works out really well, actually. Alright, let's move on to something else. Alright, so here we have the GameCube version of Need for Speed Underground. So we're going to test out the triggers here real quick, as well as the left thumbstick at least. Just to see how it handles. So again, this is on the Xbox Series X and S version of Retroarch. Alright. Oh, and we also have Rumble compatibility. There we go. That's cool. Alright, so that thumbstick is very easy to control. The trigger is in an awkward position. I don't feel like I have a very good grip on this controller at the moment, unfortunately. And I need to turn down that music real quick, because I just don't want to have a copyright claim on my crap. So yeah, the rumble is actually really nice. It's very forceful, but not obnoxious. That's perfect. That is a perfect rumble for what I would want from this kind of a controller, at least. But yeah, that feels really weird to me, so I'm gonna switch over to a claw grip here real quick, just because it doesn't feel like I have the best grip on this controller when I'm trying to use that trigger. Like, I don't really care for that. Like, these triggers are a bit awkward. But yeah, I mean, it's responding very well. It's responding accurately. It's not the most demanding game on thumbsticks, mind you. Like, you can play this game with a D-pad as well, but like, it's a good first impression. We'll have to try out a shooter here in a second just to really see how the thumbsticks perform. But as far as this is concerned, like, this feels great. Works great. Not bad. Just a little awkward to hold. Alright, so here we are, 007 Nightfire on GameCube. So that actually feels really nice. Like, that's not terrible at all. Like, we got, yeah, that's really good. Slight dead zone, so it's not quite starting when you start moving the stick, but it's not too bad to make it awful. Not shabby at all. And it doesn't get overly sensitive, so there we go. Not bad in the slightest. These triggers are still a bit awkward to use, but I don't know. Maybe I'll grow on them. But right now it's a bit weird. But I mean, it all works. That's all I could really ask for. Alright, so for our last demo here, we have Tony Hawk's Pro Skater on Sega Dreamcast. So just another quick test of the D-pad here. See if we can do our diagonal movements here. And so far, so good. We've got diagonal there, diagonal there. Let's see here. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. A lot better than I was expecting, to be honest. Yeah, this is not feeling half bad. Oh, I was even almost able to pull off the 900 off that crappy jump. There we go. I knew that was kind of stupid to go for, but I decided to go for it anyway, just to see what happened. But yeah, there we go. No complaints so far. 5 boxes tape. We need to get the T and the K still. Oops. I forgot we're playing Tony Hawk 1, not one of the newer versions. Can't save myself like that. Baby has some things to say about this as well. Alright, so method, nose bone, Japan Air, tail grab, Benihana, stale fish. This should be the rocket air. There we go. This should be not the method. That should not be the method. There we go. Madonna. Alright, so yeah. Every diagonal is functioning as you would hope for, which is absolutely great. I believe it was the Admiral where I could not get a Benihana to activate at all with the down and left combo. So that is not a problem on the X91. Very cool. So first impressions on this controller are actually a lot better than I was expecting. So I'm really looking forward to diving into this review process. Like, this is handling very solidly just in a quick couple of initial runs. So first things I'm going to note are, of course, the awkward placement of those triggers. That's going to be weird for me. But everything else is feeling a lot better than I could have expected or really hoped for. So this is going to be fun. So keep it tuned to the channel, everybody. We're going to be messing with the X91 for a little bit to come. But just wanted to give you this brief unboxing and gameplay overview of it to get us started on that process. So it's going to be a fun one. But thank you for watching. We'll see you back next video.